Shavua Tov, a gute Woche, and welcome to our program, Mitzvah Shabbos Kodesh of Bereshis. And the Rebbe explains that the announcement of a Yankiv Holach Ladarke was made 3 times in Lubavitch. In the town of Lubavitch, 3 times. One at the end of Yom Kippur, Mitzvah Yom Kippurim, and one at the end of Simchas Torah, and one at the end of Mitzvah Shabbos Kodesh Bereshis. Nevertheless, the Rebbe says that it has a different character. It's not the same V'yankiv Holach Ladarke, the same announcement at the end of Yom Kippur, then at the end of Shabbos Bereshis. We will return to that in a moment, and to the details, the way the Rebbe explains to them. But first, our customary story. For our customary story, I want to share with you a story that was told by the Rebbe's Farbrengen, and the Rebbe was sitting by the Farbrengen where the story was told, and it has to do with the Yom Tov of Sukkot, and we just left the Yom Tov of Sukkot. There was a minhag all the time, and now also, to sell mitzvahs on Shabbos Bereshis. And in the olden days, the Rebbe would ask the Gabbai Rebbe Yechanan Golden, he should put on a shtraimel, and he should say something. This must have been in the 1960s. And Rebbe Yechanan Gordon told the following story, and there was a great smile of satisfaction on the Rebbe's face when he finished the story. The story was that in the town where the Rebbe Hillel Paritcher was a Rov, there was only one Esrog Lulav for Sukkot. Who had the Esrog Lulav? The Gvir for Shtetl, the wealthy man of the community. He was able to afford an Esrog Lulav. Now everyone went to him, to his sukkah, because that was the only one in town. The first day Sukkot, by the crack of dawn, let's say 5 o'clock in the morning, Rebbe Hillel knocks on the door of this Gvir, was still sleeping. He got scared for a moment. He said, "What's the matter?" Rebbe Hillel said, Nothing. He just wants to bench Esrog Lulav. He got very excited about it. The Rov was already elderly, and he made sure that at about 5 o'clock in the morning, at the very first opportunity, he would bench Esrog. As in the whole town came to him, and he was very excited about it. He told everyone about it, and this was the talk of the town. With everyone, he would say, "It's so nice of you. You came, but you know what time the Hillel came this morning." In the same town, there was another Rov who was not of Adasa Hasidim, who did not belong to the Hasidic community, and he was a bit envious, to say the least, of all the kavod that Rebbe Hillel got. So next day, he said to himself, he's going to do the same. Next day, he was there at 5 o'clock in the morning as well. The Gvir opened the door for him, received him nicely, led him into the sukkah and gave him the yad v'mitnim to make the bracha. But he didn't tell a soul about it. He didn't tell anyone about it. Later, the Rov says to the Gvir, "I don't understand. The Hillel did it the day before, and you told everyone about it. It was the talk of the town. I did the same thing next day, and you didn't tell one person about it." And the Gvir answered him, "I will tell you. Here Rebbe Hillel came because of Asher Kiddushonu b'mitzveisav etzivonu. This is the mitzvah. It's a mitzvah to bench Esrog Lulav, so he did it in the best possible way. You did it because of Cain also Hillel." This is what the Hillel did. When the Rebbe Yechanan Gordon finished the story, everybody was watching. There was a great smile of satisfaction on the Rebbe's face. The Rebbe was really pleased with the story. Must tell you, the Rebbe Khan loved that story as well. And he would add a part when he would tell the story. He would say like this, that the Rebbe Hillel had ausgerechnet. He figured out how long it's going to take him to go from his house to the mikveh. The Hillel is not going to do Abba Minim without going to the mikveh first. So first he figured out how long it's going to take him to go from his house to the mikveh. How long it's going to take him to be in the mikveh. How long it's going to take him to go from the mikveh to the Gvir's house. And he figured everything out, and that he should come to the Gvir's house at the crack of dawn, let's say 5 o'clock in the morning. So the Hillel started much earlier. The Hillel would always add that, and the Hillel loved the story. The Hillel loved the story that had emes in it. And the Hillel loved the story. Rebbe say, concerning these 3 times, Mitzvah Yom Kippurim, Mitzvah Chag HaSukkos, Simchas Torah, and Mitzvah Shabbos Bereshis. The Rebbe, this was from his room, Tovshin Lamed Ches. The Rebbe spoke about these 3 times, and he said they're not the same. V'yankiv holach l'darkei, the first one, you're talking about Mitzvah Yom Kippur. And V'yankiv goes on his way. On which way does he go? Does he go into the cold world the night of Yom Kippur? No. The night of Yom Kippur, he's going to build a sukkah. The night of Yom Kippur, he's going to look for a neslik, and after Yom Kippur, the night after Yom Kippur, he'll build a sukkah. He'll look for a neslik and lulav. And as the Gemara says, Ze bo besukosi v'ze bo belulovi. Everyone is busy. Everyone is busy. So therefore, the holach ledarkei is not into the cold world yet. He is from Yom Kippur to Sukkot. Well, Yom Kippur, of course, is a special day, Achaz Bashono. But then he's into this world. To what kind of world is he into? In a world of making sure, excuse me, in a world of making sure that we have a nesrig and a nulav and a baminim and very nice ones and a sukkah and everything. So he's busy. He's busy with this world. He's busy with the world of Teileh and mitzvahs. Even when he says v'yankev olach ledarkei after Simchas Torah, he is still Yom Tov. It's before Shabbos Bereshis. It's the month of Tishrei, and he still didn't go into the coldness of the world. Mitzvah of Shabbos Bereshis, when people are already going home. It's already after, not only after Simchas Torah, after Shabbos Bereshis. Now he's going into the world. So it's a different v'yankiv holach ledarkei. And the Rebbe explains that there are 3 words here, v'yankiv and holach and ledarkei. V'yankiv is the nomen Yankiv. There's a greater name than Yankiv, and it's Yisrael. Yankiv is the lesser name spiritually, which means that even the Yankiv, not only the Yisrael, even the Yankiv is special. And the Yankiv is holach. He is not stationary. He's going and going continuously. Ledarkei, on his way, which means there is a way, the Rebbe says, that leads to the palace of the king. That's the way he goes. And every way that he finds is the way that the road and the path that are going to lead him to the king's palace. That's the derech of the Jew. And that is that whatever way he can go, that he would make a dir yisborech batachtenim, he'll make a habitation for Almighty God in this world. This is the road that he's going to take. This is the path that he's going to take. Now there is the moshel, which was already mentioned on this program. But auf uispacken die Päcklach, that we have to unpack the packages. One of the years, I believe it was of Tovshin Chov Beis, the Rebbe spoke about it, and he says something like, with great excitement, the Rebbe says to a Jew, Yankele, you cannot leave Tishrei, and Tishrei cannot leave you. Remember, you and Tishrei are going to go together. You can't leave Tishrei, Tishrei can't leave you, you're synonymous, you're together. And therefore you're going to go together a whole year. and you will unpack all the goodies, all the good things that we have packed in the month of Tishrei. And we will pack them out, little by little. Uispacken die Peklach. Now, you can't translate Uispacken die Peklach 100% into English, because Uispacken die Peklach has like a special saying used by the Rebbes. But what we can understand is that we should open up the packages of Tishrei that are full of good things, of Torah and mitzvahs and Yerushalayim and Avas Yisrael and Iskasheles. You name it, the good things, they're all there. And we should unpack them and use them throughout the year. And if this is true, Rebbe say every year, especially this year. We're in a special year, the year of Hakhel. Year of Hakhel, the Rebbe says Hakhel in everything. And this year, Yankiv Holach Ledarke, his road is to get together as many Jews as he can. Once a month, once a week, whenever he can. In an office, in a house, whatever one can do to bring together Jews. That's the year of Hakhel. And the ultimate purpose of that is that we should say to Almighty God, we did our Hakhel. Now you do your Hakhel. You bring together Anoshim V'Ataf, all Jewish men, women, and children in Yerushalayim Melakedesh, and you, the Bnei Shalom, can do it. V'Gula Ha'amitis V'Yashleim Ha'Gesundheit und Fröhlichkeit. ובגולו דידן ובשמחה ובטוב לבוב ובטבע ניר והנגלה ולמטה מעשור הטפוחים ובחסד וברחמים ותקף ומיד ממש.